Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle.
So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
Now it's Torres. That's a throw. Cafu. And here's Yamal. Passing is crisp and sharp. Some really good ball movement. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's picked out the run. He is through here. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Red Star have reclaimed it.
Fernando Torres is looking really fired up here, Peter.
Well, he's been a favourite of yours for years, hasn't he?
Well, club biases aside, I don't think I've ever seen a striker who's so outstanding both inside and outside the box and who routinely makes the spectacular seem ordinary.
And his numbers are a long, long way from ordinary. Rijkaard.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Oh, well played. Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Yamal.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
And he was quick to react. And it's Forlan. And here's Platini. Can he get onto this? He's got away. And the shot! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allowed the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
Red Star with the corner. They're first. They've played it short. And here's Azar. And now they can spring out of defence. He's having a shot! Red Star have it back and can go again. Modric going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Torres. That's destined for the flank. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Mateus.
Some good persistent defending here. Now, can they get him away?
Fernando Torres clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Takes on his marker. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has not gone well. Out for a throw. Cannavaro, Akanji, Agbadou, that's Rijkaard. Modric can so cleverly bypass the press. Rijkaard, and it's Rijkaard. Platini, foot in. Mateus. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shot a goal! Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And here's Torres, and Torres! Torres! Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the finish! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference.
And the score is 1-0.
Great chance! And he's stuck it away! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
A horrible blip, a horrible blip. And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Red Star are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Back on the way then. And here's Torres. Now it's Yamal. Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Modric will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Platini. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And he's been shifted off it. He has found the way through.
Mateus.
Mateus. Powering forward here. And here's Forlan. He's found a way through. Forlan. It's Forlan! Brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they've got their lead back. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Red Star have their lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Just about up to the hour now. Costa Curta. Now Howson. Oh, good spread. Yamal. Yamal makes a move down the right. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's intervened well there. Looking for a runner. Look at the space. Oh, shooting chance!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Played into space. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Cannavaro. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Modric. Great defending, strong and determined. And this is Torres. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. To Thuram. Mateus. And it's Rijkaard. Modric. Mateus. Now it's Hazard. Hazard stood his ground strongly.
There they go, hunting again.
And he's managed to gift it back. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Well, that is one way to stop him. Modric gets on his bike and on the move. Mateus. Oh, nicely intercepted.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Messi, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 14, Fernando Torres. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 20, el dorsal 17, el dorsal 9.
Yamal, the ultimate schemer, the supplier-in-chief. Distributed tidily. Cafu, played into terrific effort! And that could have brought them level.
Oh, what a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Can he get away here? I think we're just about done here. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Referee has just said play on.
Red Star really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now it's Yamal. That is a great pick out.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Yamal, and it's Olmo. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Mbappe just eases him off the ball. Threads one in, and it's made its way to him. Mbappe! And he couldn't finish.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Thuram. He has found the way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Terrific effort! It's hit the crossbar. Thuram. Tries to pass it through. Mateus is in a really good position out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, cracking ball. It's fallen!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Red Star with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Vitinha was in no mood for any of that. Now it's Pelé. Spread to the right. And the through ball. That is lovely. Just to go back here. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Platini going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Messi. Platini. Modric has it out wide and in space. That's very neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Pelé. And here's Forlan. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Messi. That's tidy. And that is expertly dealt with. Now, what about a counter-attack? Can he get it through? Oh, that's a key interception. Thuram. Played towards the other side. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Pelé. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vitinha. Gets his head on it!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now, can they get him away? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Agbadou is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a pretty loose pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram spots it and intercepts.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Pullet, good driving run. Now can he find a finish? In by Messi. Chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Paris Saint-Germain have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Looking to play him in. Cannavaro. Thuram.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! And it's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Red Star are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Can he get onto this? And that signals the end of the first period. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. The second half then, just getting going. Cannavaro. And here's Platini. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. In with the challenge. Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Mateus.
And this is Forlan.
Forlan really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Platini. Red Star do have a chance to counter here. Rijkaard. But it's Thuram. Now it's Messi. Maldini. Now Pirlo, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Messi, little pass back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Now it's Pele.
Mateus.
It's a good run down the right. Mateus. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Oh, nice touch. Well, there weren't too many attacking options there. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Modric. And this is Forlan. He's going for goal! Forlan! Fantastic! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Modric. And it's Michel Platini. Rijkaard. Mateus makes a dash for it. He's going to be disappointed with that. Platini. Modric. He is through here. That'll be a corner.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le
Corner
numéro
number
10,
2 then.
Messi. Le numéro 6. Le numéro 7. Le numéro 13.
Platini
numéro
plays
17.
it short.
À leur place,
Oh, that's neat.
le numéro 12. Bale. Le numéro
Oh,
19.
important
Le
interception.
numéro 9.
Bale
Le
gets
numéro
it clear.
20. Forlan. Le numéro 41.
Agbadou. Rijkaard. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Forlan. Oh, Forlan! And he's stuck it away. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Quite a game this, all square again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Forlan. Now he's having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
So, third corner of the game. Platini with the short one. Oh, such a clever touch.
Red Star really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Platini getting forward. Platini. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Red Star have been handed a game-changing chance. So where will he go? And a neat finish. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Changement.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Red Star look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, it's the type of call that can't be given if there's even the slightest doubt. It had to be spot on.
Taken back almost at once. Doué gets into a good position.
Red Star nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for...
He's had a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. They're up to 5 corners now. Good read, needed to be. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice control. And it's Tonali. Platini.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's clever. This is Romario. And Romario! Goal! They have stolen level at the last. That is lovely. Finished with a... Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way. Milan have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's...
Chance! And he's done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rijkaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Mateusz. Modric can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Haaland. That's a good ball out wide. Well, that has not gone well. Aimed beyond the defence. Platini picks it up out wide. He's having a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Camavinga. Mateusz. Modric has found the net here, of course. And here's Forlan, and that was nowhere near his best. Red Star already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. Hernandez. Gay. And it's Hakimi. And here's Dembele. And this is Dembele. Hangs one in. Thuram tries to clear. Not the most accurate pass. Hernandez. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rijkaard. Now it's Forlan. And this is Hazard. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Red Star with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Milan are looking to go forward now. Camavinga. Hernandez is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Hazard. That's it. Oh, he's all alone. Decent chance! Oh, good read. Modric! And he hits the net. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Very good finish, but that back line could have dealt with it an awful lot better. I'm not sure what their plan was, but it's not coming off.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Gay did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Spread neatly. That is great defending, so alert. Platini. Red Star do have a chance to counter here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Modric tries to pass it through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That's the end of the first 45. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Red Star sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. Down to business again.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
Mateus proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Forlan. Lovely bit of skill. It's Forlan! And it's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Hazard has it in a wide position. Modric. Oh, that is a nice touch. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Akanji. It's not an especially good pass, that. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Cannavaro. Not the most convincing of passes. Now Modric. Rijkaard. That's a good run he's making there. Rijkaard. Mateus is onto this. Lovely feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Good take, and is he in? And how did he not make it four?
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Corner number 2 then.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And it's been taken short. And here's Elise. Milan have the chance to go the other way. It's a pretty loose pass. Mateus. Red Star do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Can he stop it going out? And it's Modric. Mateus. Mateus! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Long ball upfield. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Shifted upfield. Nicely weighted ball. Mateus receives it in a good position here. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Has a look and plays it forward. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Big chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. He has found the way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Haaland, that's a nicely weighted pass, and he was alert to it. Keep the ball and you win the game, it really is that simple. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's a good foot in there. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And that interception will... And that's that. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
For me, Peter, Steven Gerrard's game is all about courage. It's a word he himself uses a lot. He's always urging everyone around him to have a go on the ball and not be afraid.
And he absolutely practices what he preaches in that respect.
He does, indeed. And I think he's England's best all-round midfielder of his generation. A ball...
Oh, he's been caught napping, and the shots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Hazard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Red Star with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Platini plays it short. Oh, shooting chance! And he thumps it clear. Agbadou, Mateus, now Modric.
Such good technique.
Platini. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Akanji. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Chouameni, and it's De Bruyne. And it's Gerrard. Oh, that's well done, really robust. So, what can they make of this? Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Upamecano, still goalless. For De Bruyne, looking for options for movement. Look at the space here. Mbappe is onto this.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Olise. Gerrard. Gerrard! And he couldn't quite find the target.
Well, that was the one I actually thought he was going to produce. It's a good effort keeping it down like that.
Thuram bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Always goal side. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that could set him on his way. And the shots! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tacho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Olise. Engages and forces him off the ball. Mateus. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Modric conjures time and space where few can. And it's Michel Platini. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Azar. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Showing great feet there. He might be in here! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi. Mateus. And it's Rijkaard. Platini. Tchouaméni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gets a good foot in there. Gerrard. And the counter is on. No, he wasn't going to let him past. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Now it's Olise. And it's De Bruyne. And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Red Star really seemed to lose their way a bit, it has to be said, Peter, having started the game quite strongly. I think the boss is going to have to find a way to reignite the fire now.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. That gets us going once more.
Red Star are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Mateus. Oh, he's bustling through here. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And here's Platini. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, Red, nice interception. Alexander-Arnold charging forward, the ball at his feet. De Bruyne. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Platini. And Mateus. He's through here. Driving through the... Shoots! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Knocks it into space. Real chance! And he should have made them pay.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And he's been shifted off it.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match, 80 000.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Mateus does really well to win the ball there. Mateus stood his ground strongly. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Pressure coming in from all directions. And claimed it back swiftly. And this is Forlan. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Great challenge, time to perfection. Olise. And it's De Bruyne. Oh, played right into his path. Red Star are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. Gives it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Mateus. De Bruyne. Messi. And it's Forlan. And they win it back again. And here's Forlan.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Changement. Le numéro 9, Forlan. Le numéro 19, Hazard. Le numéro 22, Modric. Le numéro 17. À leur place, le numéro 23, le numéro 21, le numéro 8, le numéro 6.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is...
Oh, what has happened here? That's going across. Terrific! Well taken goal. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Red Star are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Delivers the ball. De Gea deals with that nice and simple. Edmilson. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Alaba wins the duel this time. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Vinicius Junior. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Rijkaard. And that's that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Azar. It's played through for him. Mateus has it in a wide position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ball's out once more. Raul. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And here's Platini. Oh, some astute defending there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's having a shot! It's there! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Red Star are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. He's shifting through the gear. De Bruyne! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Portugal always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Great chance! It's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Gol! Aos 20 minutos de jogo, o camisola número 9, Forlan.